In this video, I'm going to show you why I was right all along. Okay, our first video is going to be 2009, quick clip from Ancient Illuminati Part 1, Ancient Egyptians. I make it clear that the Greeks are involved. Next one, I make it clear that the Jews and the Nazis are involved and that they collaborated together, which is hard for many of you people to believe. I kind of went with the Holocaust burnt offering theory, that it was a sacrifice to the devil or to God, depending on how you look at it, by the Jews in order to get what they want. And Hitler had many close Jewish advisors before he became anti-Semitic. Some Jews even fought on the sides of Hitler, and there was an agreement, Havana agreement, I believe it's the Havana agreement, where the Jews were going to get to go back to Israel, and they were being sent to Israel, and Zionists wanted to create an anti-Jewish sentiment in Germany, and Hitler got carried away, is one way to look at it. But let me start with this clip to make you people understand that I've always been right. Some of you say, "Oh, well, you know, you've changed your keep." No. Watch.
Okay, a few deities are important: Molech and Baal, and I'll get into them later. Also, Osiris, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Now, whites long ago, the Greeks specifically, used to go to Egypt and learn, including
Herodotus. Okay, so this is a repost. You'll see 2012, but it's actually from 2009, and you can tell by how I look. Look at how I look. Okay, and you'll see that there's a slight difference. I'm starting to age, whatever you want to call it. This one is oops, I skipped over it. Okay, this one is from a 2010-2011 series. I used a lot of the same timeline from in this video that I posted September 24, 2013. And watch what I say here. Remember, first I talk about whites going into Egypt, the Greeks. Before the Jews are really a factor, a known factor, a historically recorded factor. Going into the BC, before the Ptolemies even, the Greeks were starting to be a factor.
I'd like to draw to your attention that the history of mental asylums themselves was to get rid of the unwanted people in society. And I am about to prove to you, beyond any doubt, that this same monstrous system exists today on a more harmful level, and that it has to do with eugenics and even Nazi Germany and the roots of it. So let me start in 1808. In 1808, a German physician named Johann Christian Reil coined the term psychiatry. Later on, Francis Galton, Charles Darwin's cousin, would coin the term eugenics. So Reil coined the term psychiatry, Galton coined the term eugenics. And the asylum existed to get rid of unwanted people. Now remember, Nazi racism, I'm going to read you a clip from Wikipedia, because there's a lot of people that see the same way that I do. In Wikipedia, it says that Nazism was the ideology and practice of the Nazi Party and of Nazi Germany. It was a unique variety of fascism that involved biological racism and anti-Semitism. So, it involved biological racism as well as anti-Semitism. Now, those of you who have heard my argument about Nazi Germany have heard over and over again me pointing out the Jews were not just the victims, they are also the aggressors and the Judases in many cases. Countless Jews told on each other. Countless Jews played the role of overseer in the concentration camp. Countless Jews actually benefited from World War II, and then would go on to throw themselves in the pack and say, "Oh, we were victims too," when they sided with the scum who had brought it upon anyway. So, psychiatry starts in Germany. It comes to America. We have people like Margaret Sanger, Francis Galton, people like this. They come out and say, only should these mental people be thrown in asylums, they go one step further. They say these people should be gotten rid of. Remember, it's the same idea. They come to the conclusion that people who act different and become unwanted members of society should be put in asylum. All they did was go one step further and say they should be thrown in the fucking fire, when it is the sinners who should have been thrown in the fire. And history would later prove that it was the sinners, the eugenics, the scums who believed in this harmful form of psychiatry that were on the wrong side of history.
All right, so I'm running out of time here. I'd love to finish that. I encourage you to watch these. This is from this Rawbot channel, the channel I'm going to post this from. Watch what I say.
Charge are Nazi sympathizers because they believe in the same sentiments and philosophies that the Nazis do. Whether or not they believe in putting people in camps and killing people violently, they believe in the same philosophies and sentiments. Now, I'll start with the definition of a mental disorder. A mental disorder or psychiatric disorder is a psychological term for a mental or behavioral pattern or anomaly that causes distress or disability, and which is not developmentally or socially normative. Mental disorders are generally defined by a combination of how a person feels, thinks, acts, or perceives. Social norms from Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Social norms, the customary rules that govern behavior in groups and societies, have been extensively studied in the social sciences. These social norms are usually set by Ivy League schools, whose membership is made up of people from the white privileged class like Hillary Clinton, and people like that, and the nerds who side with them for money. Because someone's a nerd doesn't mean that they have morals and principles.
All right, so I'm almost out of time. I wanted to play one more clip so you understand the evolution of this. Then I believe this video is from, this is from September 2014. So this next video is December 20th. This one's from September 24, 2013. This next video I'm going to play you is from December 20th, 2013. If you bootlickers will allow me the, you know. Oh, let me just go here. Save me some time.
I am the top martial artist in California, and I am being persecuted for my political views. If you do not believe that I am the top martial artist in California, I challenge you to a point sparring match. Sportsmanlike conduct will be applied generously, but you will.
And those of you who watch, you know, go to this channel. You'll see that there's a link here of my first match, which was a victory. I put my money where my mouth is, and I defended it. But that's neither here nor there. Let me finish up by saying, what I start off by saying is that I'm being persecuted for my political views, okay? I just made clear to you what my political views were and how long that I've been doing it. Before I said that in December 20th, 2013, you know, over 4 years ago, over 4 years from that point, I had started making videos. So I've been making videos on YouTube about secret societies and psychiatry, the richest people around, the people who control the system, for over 4 years by the time I said that I'm being persecuted for my political views. By the time I said this.
I am the top martial artist in California, and I am being persecuted for my political views. If you do not believe that I am the top martial artist in California, I challenge you to a point sparring match.
So my view is consistent, that this involves Nazi science, it involves secret society traitor Jews, the ones who pretend to be a victim so they can push their New World Order more, when a lot of them sided with the Nazis. That's how they knew where to find the gold and the science, etc., etc. We're almost out of time here. So now that I've taken you through it, I hope you truly understand that I've been talking about white social norms being pushed by psychiatric institutions, globalist, satanic social norms. And in many of my videos, I make it clear how it works, how there's a feminist agenda, there's a homosexual agenda, there's a rich top 1% elitist agenda. I call them the comprador elite, the neo-colonialists, the globalists, the imperialists, the internationalists, the occultists, the Satanists, the Luciferians. They're Masons. Well, I'm out of time, but You see what I'm saying and how I've been consistent. Thank you.